Ooh, the Heatinator. What an excellent Tucson villain, the Heatinator. I like it. So we're going to go with the Heatinator. That's a great villain. Now, where, if it's not Tucson, where would the Heatinator be from? What city is the Heatinator from? Let's make up a brand new city where the Heatinator might be from. Type that in the chat. A brand new city. Ooh, Mercury. That's a good one. Damn, Duluth. I love it. Ooh, Scorch City. Of course. That's exactly right. So you've got the hang of it. So you're ready for Comic Chaos whenever it's their turn to come on out.
Okay. This worked. Good. What? I've successfully hacked into the system. Now to get rid of this annoying host. Oh, yes. Oh, the good people of Scorch City. Yes, I am the Heatinator, as you know. I have been terrorizing your city for many, many years, have I not? Oh, I see people booing me. But you will be singing a different tune shortly. Now I know what you're thinking. You're all thinking, oh, don't worry, a superhero is going to get the Heatinator and save us and send us back to the normal show. Well, I got bad news for you. Type the name of your favorite made-up superhero in the chat box. I don't think your superhero is going to be saving you. No. So go ahead and give me the name of your favorite made-up superhero in the chat box. Just type them in there so I can see them. Oh yes, there's some good ones in there. So, but I got bad news for you. Yes, Witty Kitty. Witty Kitty, the one who you thought was going to defeat me. The one who you thought was going to save you. Yes, I have killed Witty Kitty. Our last confrontation, Witty Kitty did not survive. At least I think I've killed Witty Kitty. These superheroes have a bad habit of coming back to life on me. So I hope that doesn't happen this time. But Witty Kitty's funeral is just about to get started, and they're just about to do Witty Kitty's eulogies. So let's go and hear Witty Kitty's friends and family eulogize her and tell us how much they love her and are going to miss her. Oh, so I take you now to Witty Kitty's funeral.
It's me, Ethel. You know I live in that house at the end of the lane. The house with the cats. And that's right. And Witty Kitty was my favorite super... Quiet, Jacob. You know you don't get your wet food till later. Witty Kitty was my favorite superhero just because cats are the only joy that I have left in life. That's right. I have 37 cats, but I always considered Witty Kitty to be number 38 on my list of cats that I love. And it's just such a shame to see Witty Kitty gone. And Jebediah, what have I told you about scratching that? Just kidding. Go ahead. It's torn to shreds anyway. And Witty Kitty, I'm just so broken up over this. I never thought I would see a city without our city, Scorch City, without a cat-based superhero defending it for people like me. I can't. I swear, if you do that one more time, I will take you.
I gotta say, it's me, Mayor Gruffinoff, and I might have relied on Witty Kitty a little too much. I might have called Witty Kitty when I knew it was dangerous. I might have called Witty Kitty when I knew that it was getting hot out there and there was only one superhero who could save us. When I look at that peaceful little face, eyes that used to be full of wonder, I can only be glad that Witty Kitty saved us one last time. Vote Mayor Gruffinoff. Thank you.
Hi, it's me, Witty Kitty's faithful sidekick, the Purinator. I'm just so sad she's gone, and I wish that Mayor Gruffinoff hadn't called her out that one last time to stop the ice factory from burning down, but that's what happens in Scorch City, and now there's no ice and no Witty Kitty. And I will miss her little pink ears And I will miss her orange tail. It could get into all kinds of mischief. I'm just so sad. I can't deal with it anymore.
Hello. This is Bob. I'm trying to keep a straight face here, but all of us are aware of exactly what has happened. I am the leader of the Whisker Express. As we all know, Witty Kitty could collect information using her advanced whisker technology, and I was in charge of the Whisker studio just outside of the city. But now I have no one to talk to anymore. Everyone's gone home. I'd cry, but I can't. Not for Witty Kitty. She wouldn't approve. This is Bob signing off for the last time. Godspeed, Witty Kitty.
Yeah, so you see, Witty Kitty is gone, and the town is devastated. Yeah, so Witty Kitty will not be coming to save you from me. Well, of course, you know, over the years I've had a lot of evil plots and plans in this town. Burning down the ice factory, for instance, as you just heard about, which led to Witty Kitty's untimely demise. Yes, evaporating all the water from the swimming pool, that was a good one too. And oh yes, I remember when it was so hot the asphalt melted on your roads. But there's another crisis just about to happen. Another crisis in the making. So what is that crisis that you are about to encounter in your city? Type it in the chat window. It could be a drastic shortage of something. It could be something weird like everyone speaking French. But there's some sort of crisis about to grip your city. What is that? Type it in the chat room. A crisis that is impending, that is about to happen. Go ahead, just type some stuff in the chat for it there. Oh yes. And this one is really going to oh boy, there's some great ones in there. I love those things in there. So yes, but since we are, of course, since Witty Kitty has died, Witty Kitty is no longer here to save us, no longer here to save you from me, or to save you from all these smart rats that are taking over the city. Yes. And it just so happens that we have our local cable talk show, Scorch City Today, about to have a panel discussion on the smart rats that are taking over the city since the untimely demise of Witty Kitty. So let's go watch Scorch City Today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Scorch City today. As you know, we have a major crisis on our hands. The rats are taking over, and they are very smart. They are so smart. One of them has infiltrated the cheese factory, and I have heard that he is making yarn out of cheese to fix some kind of cursed mansion or something. I don't know. It's I am not smart enough for this, so that I've brought on an expert, Ralph Jones. Why don't you go ahead? He's an expert in rat behavior.
Yes, hello, it's me, Ralph Jones. I'm the city's premier ratologist, if you will.
Yes, thank you for being here, Ralph. We appreciate you.
I'm very happy to be here. Virtually, of course, as I have barricaded myself in my house and sealed up every entrance that a rat could fit through.
As we all have, I have stuffed towels into every small hole near me. I have barricaded into this studio right now, as you told me to do.
Quite so. Yes, that was my very advice. They're smart now. We're all doomed.
And as the ratologist, I feel like people should listen to you. Yes. And
they all laughed at me in college. They're like, what are you studying ratology for? That'll never come in handy. It's come in handy.
I mean, I admit I was one of those people at the time, but I am not laughing at you now, Ralph.
Nobody is.
I mean, your face, yes, but not the rest of you. Yeah. And also joining Ralph, we have Gunter. Gunter was at the scene of the takeover of the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, Gunter, come on and tell us about your experience.
Hi, hey, hello. My name is Gunter. Thank you. I was there. I was at the Cheesecake Factory.
We know. Yeah.
Cheesecake. It was good. It was good. But a rat came up to me and he said, "No, you, sir, may have an allergy." And then that's when I realized this was a very smart animal. And next thing I know, they were running the registers. They were balancing the accounts. Cheesecake Factory is doing great. I, for one, am a fan of what they are doing.
Yeah. I mean, I will say their cheesecake has never been better, but I am terrified of rats, so that is a problem with the whole thing on my part. Anything to say about that, Ralph?
Mostly just that terrified of rats is the correct response. And if they've infiltrated the Cheesecake Factory, it is, probably a reason not to go there again, despite the fact that their desserts are incredible. I have to say.
And speaking of desserts, we do have an expert on cheese and cheesecake-based products. Stanley, go ahead and...
Hello, this is Stanley here, talking to you about cheese. We got queso, we got brie, we got Parmesan, we got American. What do you want? We deliver to any place. What do you need, dearie?
As you know, Stanley, I will eat anything with cheese. Yeah, that is my only requirement. You put cheese on cardboard, and I will eat it. That is true. Yeah. So, but I wanted to hear your opinions on rats versus cheese.
Oh, well, definitely the rats always win. The cheese have no sense of self-preservation.
It's true.
Yes, I mean, you can only put them into the fridge so long, and the preserved element of them kind of goes away. So self-preservation, no, the rats easily win, 1-0. Silly question.
Gunter, do you agree with Stanley there?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm so starstruck. An expert on cheese. To be in the same room.
I mean, Stanley is a local celebrity. He does pass out cheese.
Yes. I have a cheese empire.
Yes. And a building made of cheese. It's very impressive. And the fact that it hasn't melted in Scorch City is also impressive.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese.
Yeah.
Disney is after me for that one, but I think it's funny. Yeah.
Ralph, any opinions?
Well, yes, I do. I think possibly with your cheese supplies and my intimate knowledge of rat psychology, perhaps we could concoct a plan to create a trail of cheese out of the city and possibly resolve this crisis.
Ralph, is that you?
It is. Hello, Stanley. I haven't seen you since college.
You actually studied ratology? Oh, that is so funny. You can't be successful at all.
My inbox right now is flooded.
Oh, yes. I'm sure your life is very, very successful. Not like a prime cheese real estater.
Yeah.
But I agree with your idea. But I'm still going to have to charge you.
Okay. That is understandable.
Well, that is all the time we have for this panel discussion today. It's been fascinating hearing your opinions, and I will throw it back to this evil man who is poking me rather severely. So, signing off.
Thank you, Scorch City today. Note to self. Next target, the Leaning Tower of Cheese. These people seem attached to it, and I always like destroying things people seem attached to. Now, of course, I have bills to pay as well, so I've actually kidnapped a local celebrity here. So go ahead and make up a local celebrity's name and what they do. It could be Al from Al's Gelato Shop. Maybe it's a local weather person on your TV station or a sportscaster. Go ahead and type a made-up name and celebrity, who they are and who you'd like to see us talk about here. Who you'd like to see me kidnap. Go ahead, just type a few more in there, and I'll decide who I am going to kidnap. I am going to kidnap, let's see, who should I kidnap? I'm going to kidnap Tom from the tomato shop. Tom from the tomato shop, yes. I have Tom from the tomato shop tied up in the basement of my lair right here. My luxurious lair, as you can see behind me. He's tied up in the cell in the basement, and he is going to be forced by me to read some announcements, or else Tom's tomato shop will soon be nothing but melted tomatoes. Take it away, Tom.
Hi, everyone. This is Tom, and I have a list here of things I have to say, or my tomato shop is worthless. It'd be very easy for all my competitors to catch up if it's gone. I swear to goodness. Anyway, I got a list right here. first thing you got to know is that internet for Unscrewed Theater and the phone is provided free of charge. It's free of charge by Simply Bits and Nextrio. Next time you think about grabbing an internet or phone service, look into Simply Bits or Nextrio. As well, if you're interested in buying a layer, if you need a layer, anything like that, if you need some kind of secret superhero cave, look into asking Patty and John Scanlon, two wonderful people who continue to support Unscrewed Theater. If you're interested in selling or buying anything of that nature, make sure that they're the first ones that you give a call to. Good. I can't read my own handwriting. I was in such a rush to write some of this stuff down. He's so mean and threatening, and it's so warm down here. Anyway, make sure you, if you're interested, Unscrewed Theater is doing improv classes via Zoom, Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Improv class drop-ins. You can check out the website if you're interested. As well, house parties are at every Saturday from here until the end of whatever this current crisis is. We have house parties at 7:30. Check out the website for information about that. And finally, the Quarantine Countdown Part 2 starts this Monday, June 15th. Be sure to like us on Facebook or check out the website to find more info about that. I hope I said that all correctly, Mr. Hedonator. I really don't want you to squash my tomato shop. Please don't.
Okay. Looks like your tomato shop is safe. For today. Well, you know, I've built a lot of different super weapons over the years. I'm sure you all remember the heat ray, the evaporator, the magma gun, and the lava gun. I built one to use underground in caves and one to use above ground in the surface. Geologists will get that one. But anyway, I'm thinking I need to build a new super weapon. I need a new super weapon to help me to properly terrorize the town and further my evil plans. So in the chat, go ahead and type the name of a new super weapon you would like to see built and designed. So go ahead and type it in the chat. I see a couple in there already. Ooh, that's some good ones in there. Sunray gun, I've done things like that before, so I'm not going to do that one right now. That's still a great suggestion, but I've already done that one. But what I've not done, let's see, what all the other ones I've not done in there. I have not done which one I saw a good one? I've not done the Mighty Miniaturizer. The Mighty Miniaturizer, yes. So Dr. Heiligenschein Dr. Heiligenschein is my scientist who designs all my weapons. He is working on a version of the Mighty Miniaturizer right now with his sidekick, Momo, right? Dr. Heiligenschein, are you there, Dr. Heiligenschein?
Yes, it is me, Dr. Heiligenschein.
Okay, show me the progress you've made on the Mighty Miniaturizer.
I will. It is coming along quite nicely. Oh yes, my lab assistant.
Stop.
This. Lab assistant.
Okay.
Fetch me the first part of the Mighty Miniaturizer.
Yep.
Now, I will turn off obnoxious background so as to not go over scientist sidekick. Ta-da. Excellent. As you can see here, we have the miniaturization juice. Yes. First, you pour this into the miniaturization tank, and it will miniaturize whatever you like it's the Mighty Miniaturizer way it's supposed to do. Yeah. But it's important you use that miniaturization juice is secret special formula made out of, cesium atoms and a little bit of the mineral water. And the secret ingredient is a sprinkle of oregano. Now that I have given that away, whatever, it does not matter. Next piece. Thank you, of course. The next things here are important. This here is the miniaturization chamber, and this is the return to beginization chamber. It's very important.
That was very important.
Sometimes you aim miniaturization ray at something you did not mean to miniaturize. It's important to have reversal thing color-coded for extra ease of use.
We lost 10 cats.
It's true. It's true.
Maybe speak now.
Yes, Mr. Snuggles is more adorable than ever. However, I lost him under Thimble for 5 minutes last week.
Yeah.
Nearly suffocated.
Yeah.
Okay, bring me next item. Just remember, blue is for shrink, pink is for big again. Pink should be for shrink. This was a terrible idea. We were going to confuse them. Yes, okay. As you can see, here is miniaturization gun. You simply plug appropriate module into top of the thing. Module fell off. It's important to use duct tape. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Fill with the juice in the handy chamber located on the bottom, and then you aim at whatever you want to be schmollinated.
Not at something you don't want to be schmollinated.
Yes, we made that mistake with Steve last week.
Yeah.
Yes. He is big again now,
Yeah.
but in therapy.
Yeah.
Final piece, please. Because of course, you think, this is very good miniaturization gun. Yeah, yes, it is. I made it. But the important thing is adorable test subject here. Now, as you can see, we are going to point the gun at Cat and pull trigger to schmollinate. Are you ready to see? It has incredible power draw, which probably won't blow out grid again. Okay? 1, 2.
Hey, looks like we had a little glitch there in the with the Dr. Heiligenschein in his sidekick Momo and the gun. But think about this: when I get the miniaturization ray, the mighty miniaturizer, I'll be able to shrink things before I melt them. So imagine if I could shrink the Leaning Tower of Chisa before I melted it. I would need much less energy to melt it. This is a very green invention, isn't it? I can actually save energy and save the planet from getting hot. Oh wait, I don't want to save the planet from getting hot, do I? But I can at least save the planet from getting hot by carbon dioxide emissions and make it hot from me, because I want to be the source of the heat. Okay, now you can see I'm in my luxurious lair here. Yes, very luxurious behind me here. But I have palatial grounds, I do. My lair is actually huge. It expands for acres and acres. And I've sent my minions out to take pictures of various locations around my lair and my compound so that you can see other places here. So we're going to see some of those pictures now. I've not seen these pictures yet, so I'm sure my minions did a great job of taking pictures of the most beautiful and important places around my lair. So let's take a look at the first slide. Click. Click. Oh, yes. Well, I see, I like heat. And as it's well known, back in the time of the dinosaurs, Earth was much, much, much warmer than it is now. So I have a dome, a little biodome, if you will, where I am experimenting with the effects of heat. And since it was so hot, I thought, why don't I just go ahead and genetically engineer some dinosaurs to put in here? So I have a nice dome, very warm dome, filled with vicious dinosaurs like this one. Now, of course, it is getting hotter outside, not due to global warming, but due to me. So when the temperature outside gets warm enough, I will have a massive army of dinosaurs that I can release unto the populace. So this is what my little biodome of dinosaurs, yes. It is so wonderful. They're so cute, aren't they cute? Yes. Don't worry, my friends. Soon it will be warm enough for me to release you. Let's take a look at the next slide. Click. Click. Oh, yes. Well, you see, as you know, the Earth is heating up. And I have decided to take that to its logical extreme. This is the heat lab downstairs. I call it the Futurizer. The Futurizer. So I have actually increased the heat up to intolerable levels. Yes, intolerable levels on Earth's surface. So to see what life will be like in the year, say, 2200, after I have been making it get warmer all that time. Yes, I plan on being alive in the year 2200. And you can see that Earth is literally falling apart with devastation at that point in time. So I'm just taking it all to that extreme, to showing you what is going to happen in your future. Oh, I have a question in the chat. How hot is it? It is so hot that you can fry an egg inside the chicken. Yes, true that. Let's take a look at the next slide. Click. Click. Oh, yes. Now you might be wondering to yourself, Heatnizer, where are you going to be when Earth gets too hot for anyone to inhabit comfortably? Well, you see, I've already thought ahead. I am building my own fleet of spaceships where I can be comfortably above the Earth, looking down at you as you all boil. Yes. So this is the concept art, if you will. These are still in the development phase, but I have a wonderful artist named Pismo, who's created this art for me to show me what my eventual space colony, where me and my minions will live as Earth becomes uninhabitable. Let's take a look at our next slide. Click. Click. Ah, yes. Now, of course, you can't expect a man of my wealth to be without culture. Yes. You might be wondering where the Scorch City Orchestra has been the last 2 seasons. Yes, they did not have a 2019 season or a 2020 season. Well, that's because I have kidnapped the Scorch City Orchestra. Yes, I am a cultured criminal. I'm a cultured supervillain. We all have our culture. So I have the Scorch City Orchestra and Glee Club, as you can see standing in the back there, trapped in a giant amphitheater under my compound. Oh, how do you become a minion? I see someone asking in the chat room. Don't worry, applications will be going out soon. Stay tuned to heatinator.com or like Heatinator on Facebook for when the announcement will be made. Okay, thank you very much. Let's click that slideshow off now. Click. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing my lair and some of the things around you here. Now, I've kidnapped, believe it or not, a second local celebrity. So I need, what local celebrity have I kidnapped this time? I have another local celebrity. Type that in the chat window. Type their name and what they do in this town in the chat window and tell me who I have tied up downstairs. So go ahead and type it in there. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sure there's some great ones in there, some great suggestions in there. So, but I have actually kidnapped, yes. You want to know who? Fiona Flowers, the local florist, everyone's favorite florist, Fiona Flowers, is kidnapped downstairs. I'm going to take it to Fiona Flowers. She is going to have to read some announcements for us, or else I am going to make it so hot none of her flowers can survive. Fiona, your flowers are depending on you. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Fiona Flowers. Listen, it's been time to water those flowers for a while now, and I really need to get upstairs. And I have been asked to read this to ensure my release. This is very important that you know, because the Heatinator is into local charities, and let's see here now. If you buy Jim Click raffle tickets, all funds going to the theater. There are prizes. There's a Ford F-150. You take a look at the chat. There's a link in there. If you click on the link, I'm sure I can get out of here. There's 2 first-class airline tickets, $5,000 cash. It's pretty fantastic, actually. I'm planning to buy some of those tickets myself as soon as I get out of here. Wait a minute. Okay, there's more. Let's see now. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Well, apparently, if you buy for $20 a T-shirt, half's going to go to the theater, half supports the local business. There's a link in the chat for that. Listen, he's a good man. I really believe it. But I need to get out of here. You can see behind me that the toilet has not been cleaned, and that is a definite issue for florists like me. I would like to turn it back over to my wonderful evil overlord, and I pray very mightily for my release. You are going to let me out, right?
Ah, yes. That unfortunate accident at your flower shop, Fiona. Yeah, so unfortunate. Yes. As I mentioned earlier, I am a patron of the arts, and Unscrewed Theater is my charity of choice, as it is John and Patty Scanlon's. So please, donate to the theater, buy the Jim Click raffle tickets, buy those t-shirts. I'll be watching. And maybe, if you donate enough and buy enough t-shirts and raffle tickets, you can buy a little mercy from me. Yes. Well, now, I've had a long and interesting life as a supervillain. And believe it or not, Scorch City Public Access has a TV show called This Is Your Life. And they've invited me on there. They have promised I'm going to meet some of the important people from my past. People who've influenced me one way or the other in my life. Maybe it's former relatives or former heroes I've fought, or just random citizens of the community. We'll find out who they are as we go on. But I'm actually going to go to the Scorch City Public Access talk show studios now for this show. So I'm looking for the host of the show. Where is Rex Martin? Rex, are you here?
It's me, Rex Martin, television show host extraordinaire. And welcome to This Is Your Life, Mr. Heatonator.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Rex.
You're very welcome. We're here to meet all sorts of people from your past, people who you've influenced. I think let's get some of those people in the chat right now. Put them in there, just maybe a former school teacher or a henchman or a rival family member, anybody who's come into contact with this here villain. And yes, and put them on in there and tell me who they are. And so tell me what first drove you to evil, Mr. Heatonator?
Well, you see, when I was a young kid, my parents, we lived in the coldest city in the United States, International Falls, Minnesota, the nation's icebox. You might have heard of it.
Well known for that.
Yes, it's well known for that. They call it the nation's icebox, is its nickname. And I was cold throughout my entire childhood until one year, over summer vacation, my parents took me on a road trip. I was about 10 years old, and they took me on a road trip to a place called Tucson, Arizona. It was a revelation. It wasn't cold. It was June. It was 115 in the shade. At that point, I felt my blood thawing. I knew that this was the way for me, that I would have to create this type of experience for everyone and elevate it and amp it up so everyone could feel the burn like I did.
That's quite the story there. Well, are you ready to meet some of the people who made you the evil villain that you are?
Oh, yes, I am. Who's our first guest?
Our first guest is someone you know from your childhood. It's your favorite, or maybe least favorite, junior high school bully, Biff Boogerman.
Biff Boogerman. Biff Boogerman. Oh, Biff, I remember you.
Banugi!
Yeah.
Oh, man!
Yes. I remember Biff. Yes. His favorite thing to do to me, you know what his favorite thing to do to me?
I'm guessing it was cold-hearted.
Yes, it was very cold-hearted. His favorite thing to do was to beat me up and then throw me in the school's lunchroom's meat locker. I once spent an entire weekend in there.
That's right. You know what? You should be thanking me. You should be thanking me. And you know why you should be thanking me? I'll tell you why you should be thanking me. Look at all the money you got. It's because of Biff, man. It's because of Biff.
You think you're going to get any of that money now, Biff? You think you're going to get any mercy now?
I got your lunch money from you when you was a kid. I'm going to get your lunch money from you now.
Oh yeah, sure. No, I remember. I've got the lava gun. You come towards me, that lava gun's going to take you out.
All right. This seems to have perhaps caused a bit of tension.
Yes.
Let's say we just bring, someone a little bit nicer from your childhood.
Oh, yes, please. After that, I need something to cleanse the palate.
How about your old teacher, Miss Ticklebottom?
Oh, Miss Ticklebottom! Miss Ticklebottom!
Hello? It's me.
Miss
Hello?
Ticklebottom. Oh, she was my first science teacher. She was absolutely
Vader, I
wonderful.
remember when you were just called Billy.
Yeah, shh! I don't want people knowing my real identity. That's a secret, remember?
Right. I definitely didn't tell the cops that when they questioned me. Nope. I was slammed up. Yep.
Yes. Well, Miss Ticklebottom, she was a science teacher.
Yeah.
And she introduced me to one of the most wondrous inventions in the world.
Yeah, the Bunsen burner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunsen burner.
The Bunsen burner. You liked the fire so much. You just could play with it for hours, and I thought, he's 8, let him play.
Yes, and unfortunately, the gas bill I ran up that year really led to a lot of budget cuts for the school board.
Yeah, the school.
All their money on the gas bill.
Yeah, we just spent it all on the Bunsen burners the next year, not knowing you would leave us. But there it is. You can't plan for these things.
Yeah, so the Bunsen burner obviously greatly influenced me as time went on. But that's not all you did. You showed me all kinds of ways of generating heat.
Well, you were so fascinated by it. I just thought, let's encourage this. That's what teachers are supposed to do. Uplift their students and, poke that thing that interests them. And you were so interested in the fire and the heat and it's been wonderful to watch you grow the times that I was not directly in your path.
Yeah. I mean, you showed me about combustion, and I got to tell you, I got to know. You had that sample of uranium-235 that was so amazingly hot, but I have no idea where you obtained it. I thought that stuff was illegal at the time.
You just have to tell the government it's for religious purposes. Yeah, and they will just give it to you. It's kind of amazing. Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
Thank you. I'll use that to my advantage in the future, Miss Ticklebottom.
I should not have told you that. I should not have told you that. I'm gonna go. I'll see. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Okay.
That was wonderful to catch up with her.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful.
Our show's producers would like to remind all of our guests to not reveal illegal means with which to obtain dangerous weapons to a supervillain. Thank you. And with that, let's move on to our penultimate guest for the day. An old family member of yours, Uncle Chilly Willy.
Uncle Chilly Willy!
Hey, Leonard, my favorite nephew. How are you doing?
Are you still up there in North Pole, Alaska, Uncle?
Oh, yeah. Mr. AC unit of North Pole, Alaska. Not many people are buying, but hey, I'm chill.
Hey, you think you're chill now, but I'm going to be heating up the entire globe, including Alaska.
Oh, you don't want to do... Well, actually, maybe you want to do that, because I'm not selling any AC units, so you keep on doing that awesome supervillain thing that you do so well. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and you're great. I mean, you lived near National Falls as a kid because that was cold, but then when it got too warm in International Falls, you decided to go to North Pole, Alaska, where it's even colder. You see, I feel like we're the opposite. You went to the cold extreme, and I kept going to the hot extreme. So even though we are like yin and yang, two sides of the same coin, I still have a great affection for you, Chilly Willy.
Yeah, even though we're opposites, we're still both super cool.
You remember, blood is thicker than ice water.
That's our family motto.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on our coat of arms.
Yes. So I mean, it's just and it's like I love it the way you get colder and colder, I get hotter and hotter. It's like there's a symbiosis between us, isn't there?
Oh yeah, indubitably. I can't wait to have you up for the next family reunion. I'll talk your head off about ice cream sandwiches, AC units, and we'll just chill, man. We'll just chill.
No, I hope you find a place that's even colder than Alaska, because that will enable me to get even hotter.
I'm going to go surf on some broken off pieces of ice.
Okay, great seeing you again, Chilly Willy.
Sounds good. Take care of yourself.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thanks for reuniting me with a long-lost family member whose coldness has enabled my hotness.
Of course. And it's wonderful for us to learn that all of your family is indeed terrifying as you are.
Yes, well, he's not chosen to use his powers for evil, unfortunately, in spite of my suggestions and best efforts to get him to.
Thank goodness for small favors. All right. Well, we've got one more surprise guest in store for you. Perhaps
I thought there were 3 guests. One more?
One more, perhaps the most surprising of all. I have to say, this is going to be the most perfect guest.
Oh, wow, I cannot wait.
And we're going to bring them on. Are you ready?
I am ready.
And 3, and 2, and 1. Meow.
Oh, it's Witty Kitty. What did you do to me?
Oh, my perfect plan just went into effect. Thanks to Miss Ticklebottom telling us your name, we were able to deduce your location and drop my mobile cat carrier prison right onto you. Now,
Witty Kitty. I'm going to get you, Witty Kitty. I'm going to make it so hot you fall asleep.
I don't think so. Meow. And I'm going to cut your villainous feet off. Right. Meow. Boop. Well, citizens of this city, I think the day has been saved after all. And I think it was perhaps not the perfect crime as he thought. And I really think we put the feline there he couldn't cross. Well, I have a lot of rats to go eat right now, and, is that a laser pointer? That's a laser pointer! I have to get it! It must be gotten! Oh my goodness! I'm going to turn it back to Unscrewed Theater right now! Laser pointer!
Well, let's hear it for Comic Chaos. He finally let me escape, but I got hit with the mighty miniaturizer, so I don't know when I'll be back to normal, but let's make sure we give some big rounds of applause and laugh out louds in the chat for Comic Chaos. Hey, let's bring him up for a big bow, okay? Say hello to your villain. It's Rob. And your hero, it's David. And our townspeople and talk show guests, Mike. And Kate. And John. Somebody come save me!